My name is Marcus Boles, President and CEO of Customized Minds. As always, I'm excited that you're joining us. I'm excited about the content that we're getting to you on today, that we've gotten to you in the past, and definitely the much more that is to come in the future. So today I want to talk to you about the 80-20 rule, or the 80% or the 20% as some people know it as. And this is very important because you're going to fall into one of these two categories. Whether you believe it, hope for it or not, you're in one of the two. And so first I want to talk about the 80% because again, that's the majority, that's where most people fall into. And it's just simple that 80% of the people in the world, not just the United States, but in the world, are broke. And unfortunately, for the people that have the opportunities, that have the resources, that have the capabilities to not be in the 80%, choose to be in the 80%. Now I know there are countries that are still developing, there are some countries that are going through, different economical times than other countries. So I'm not talking about those that do not have the opportunities, the resources, or just some of the simple things that you and I may have at our fingertips, but I'm talking about the people that do. And so the 80% of people that fall into that category, well 100% of people that fall into that 80% category choose to be broke. Be broke in many different levels. And I'm not always just talking about financial, so I'm going to break out a couple categories. See, some people choose to be broke financially. Some people choose to be broke spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. Just to name a few. And again, it's all about choice. So if you're broke financially, it's not because you don't have enough money. It's not because you don't have the skills, you don't have the tools, you don't have the resources, you don't have the motivation, you don't have the inspiration, the greatness, the opportunities inside of you. It's because you're simply choosing to be that way. I'm sorry to tell you. We all start out in the world the exact same way. Scared, afraid, and naked. As babies, coming into the world, and the only difference is over time, we begin to develop different ideals, different concepts, different ways that we are brought up from our parents and the environments that are around us. But the factor of the matter is once you leave home, your lifestyle, the way that you live, the way that you finish your life is totally up to you. Now, yeah, maybe from, about 0 to 16, 18-ish, living under the comfort of your parents, you maybe have been restricted. But, once you get out there on your own, you are totally able to make your own decisions. And nobody can stop you from doing that. Nobody's to blame the great life or the poor life you have but you. So again, some people choose to be, broke spiritually and emotionally. Some people, go throughout life and their life is like this big emotional roller coaster every single day. Don't get me wrong, we all have our emotional actions and things that happen to us on a daily basis. But again, the people that fall into that 80% category choose to let the things that happen to them, create emotional responses from them in negative ways and cause the rest of their day to go bad. So the 20% of the people that are rich spiritually and emotionally, they experience some of the same things. But the actions and the way that they respond to those situations, those same exact situations, someone cutting you off in traffic, instead of rolling down a window and sticking the middle finger out at them or yelling and cussing them, they can't hear you anyway, probably don't care. Some people just pray for them, or some people just let them in. That is how you emotionally and spiritually be enriched. Some people choose mentally to be broke versus the 20% people choose to be mentally enriched. The way you do that is watching content like this. The way you do that is instead of watching the news, you may watch the business channel. You may watch, an inspirational documentary or something of that nature versus in, watching the things that are not advancing you and renewing your mind mentally, giving you that positive energy, giving you that positive feedback, that positive motivation to go out into the world and create something great, create something powerful. And that's just as simply as it is. So you really have a lot of different categories to where you can be broke in, and you have a lot of different categories to where you can be rich in. And again, it's totally up to you on how you do those things, because you can choose to read the books. You can choose to, turn on the right programs on TV. You can choose to spend time and allocate, time with your family and with your friends, and instead of working all the time. You can choose on the weekend to rest and recover versus always working. It's totally up to you. So I'm challenging you to move from that 80%. Move from that 80% category where most people are broke in all types of levels, and move over to where people are enriched in all levels. See, that's what we really want. We want a well-balanced, full, enriched life. If there's one area lacking in your life, I'm here to tell you that it's having a negative effect on the other areas that are better in your life. So you must, like a car, you must keep it tuned up. You must keep it running and working together so you can live in abundance in all areas of your life. You want to be rich in all of the areas of your life, not just some areas in the 20%, but all areas. So as always, you have what you say now, and if you believe it now, it is yours to have right now. Believe that you can be rich. You can be a part of the 20% in all areas of life, not just some, but all. You have what you say now. If you believe it now, it is yours to have right now. The power of life and death is in the tongue. More importantly, it's in the mind. But first, and only first, you must believe in your heart. As always, I believe in you. I believe you'll share this content. And I believe together we will inspire and empower people around the world. Millions and millions to come. I'll talk to you on the next one. Take care.